The 4 Ps of Innovation Space model was developed by Bessant and Joe Tidd. They are 2 professors from Exeter University in the United Kingdom. The 4 Ps model is used to clarify how comprehensive our innovation is. The model focuses on 4 broad categories. The 4 categories consist of axes starting with incremental innovation and ending with radical innovation. Incremental innovation means do what we do, but better. And radical innovation means do something differently. In short, the more you move away from the known, the more you go from incremental innovation towards radical innovation. The 4 broad categories of innovation types are the product or service, what we as an organisation offer the world; the process, the way we create and deliver the product or service that we are offering; the position, who we offer the product or service to and the story we tell about it; the paradigm, the way we think about what our organisation does and who we do it for. The paradigm is sometimes called the business model. Now we shall review each of the 4 categories with examples of both incremental and radical innovation. Product innovation. A new model of an existing car, such as a new Toyota model, is an incremental product innovation. Toyota does it a little better. A new car concept with electric cars, such as a Tesla, was a radical product innovation. Tesla does it differently. Process innovation. Improved retailing logistics. The goods reach the stores 2 weeks after ordering instead of 4 weeks. This is an incremental innovation. We do it a little better than before. The customers are ordering the goods online and we are delivering the orders directly to the customer's address. The stores are bypassed in the value chain. It is a radical innovation. We are doing it differently. Position innovation. Airlines segmenting service offerings for different passenger groups, for example, Virgin Upper Class, BA British Airways, Premium Economy. This is an incremental innovation. There are slight improvements in meeting passenger needs. Low-cost airlines, such as Ryanair, opening up air travel to those previously unable to afford it. Here, they have created a new market. They also disrupted an existing market. Some passengers switched from the expensive airlines to the cheap ones. This is a radical innovation. Ryanair changed the framework of the industry. They radically changed the rules of the airline industry. Paradigm innovation. This category is often the hardest to handle as it is an expression of our self-understanding, an understanding we would like customers to appreciate. A bank sets up a 24/7 hotline as many of the bank's customers have begun to travel abroad. It is incremental innovation. In our business model, the service is expanded. We consider who we are there for and then do it a little better. Grameen Bank is lending money to poor people in developing countries. It has always been a no-go market for traditional banks. If you, as an employee, lent money to this segment of customers, you were fired. It is a radical innovation. Grameen Bank has mentally redefined itself, and, rethinking the assumptions about credit and the poor, have identified them as a market. Grameen Bank has a totally different business model. One way to use the model is to determine how big the changes are in each of the 4 categories. Our own channel, Flixabout, is used as an example. The starting point is our perception of the current situation. Others may see it in a completely different way, as no one has exactly the same starting point. Product innovation, mostly incremental innovation. The product and services are based on existing knowledge and learning. All models are developed by others. We have studied the models and for years used them in our classes. Minor innovation is achieved through slightly different ways of presenting the models and thereby the product. For us, the innovation process is incremental innovation moving towards radical innovation. The way we create the product that we are offering is different from writing a book, preparing a lesson, or teaching a class. But we are using the same skills, that is, our knowledge about communication. Nevertheless, we had to develop a piece of software to simplify the process of producing a film to post on YouTube. The way we deliver the product to the users is also different from our normal way. But we have created e-learning courses, so we have tried something similar. We know how to use educational tools to keep people focused on the subject, and we know how difficult it is. We are more in radical innovation than incremental innovation when we are looking at position innovation. We are definitely connecting with different segments than we usually do. When we look at the subscribers and the users of the videos, they are from many different nations, and we have no exact knowledge about why they are seeing our videos. Is it purely interest, or is it an educational context? We do not know what makes people come back. That's a little scary. Until we know more, we are doing it differently instead of better. Paradigm innovation. This is for us pure radical innovation. We have completely re-evaluated our perception of how communication of knowledge can take place. We have turned the business model upside down. We offer free knowledge and learning. The revenue has to come from advertising and sales of apps. The business concept is to get people to use the free videos in the channel. It is very different from a book. Here, people only get access once they have bought the book. Quality cannot be judged before payment. They can here. This is a totally different way of doing things. We love it. This concept gives us an instant response about the quality of our work. We use the model to get an overview of our position. Based on the model, we discuss our next focus area. Where do we lack knowledge or competencies? We are completely aware that others will place themselves differently in the model, but this is about us and our organisation. When you use the model, it is about you and your organisation. Now we shall review a criticism of the model. An interesting question arises when one tries to relate the how new innovation research with the new to whom question. Is it new if it is new to the company, but not generally within the industry as such? Is it new if it is used in another industry, but not in the one that we are part of? Or should it be completely new to all, like the internet and online shopping were in the mid-90s? The model does not provide a precise answer to the new to whom question. You, or the group you are part of. You have to define that yourself. Is it incremental innovation or radical innovation? There is a blurring of the transition between the two extremes. It can be difficult to determine if it is the one or the other of the four categories we are talking about. They can overlap each other. There is no correct solution to the criticism mentioned above, but the good thing about the model is that it continually forces you to discuss where your innovation takes place and how much you innovate. You will be in the process of using the model to get a clear understanding of where your innovation focus has to be placed.